Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is gonna be my second video on YouTube. Yay everyone, cheers. Anyways, the video today is gonna be based on Mexican legends that I am very aware of because those were my childhood, honestly. And I hope you guys really do like it. I mean, I put a lot of hard work into it and everything. Anyways, I'm sorry that I have not been uploading. It's been super hectic with the holidays and everything, and I hope you guys can understand me. Anyways, let's get to it. These are the top Mexican legends. The boy with the tin can. It is said that at the address located on Calle Galnea in 1976, near what is today the bridge on the avenue of the city hall, lived a marriage with a young son. There was a time when the child was extremely nervous and asked his parents, "Who plays and cries on the roof every night?" The parents did not even take the slightest importance and said, "It must be a cat. Go to sleep." The poor child woke up at midnight scared because of the roof of his bed. Moans could be heard, and the sound of a can rolling continuously from one place to another. He called his parents, but these from his room ordered him to go back to sleep. He even tried to sleep with them, but they also prevented him. One of many occasions, the marriage was awakened in the middle of the night by a scream of terror coming from the child's room. After that, they could not find it anywhere. They gave a notice to the authorities, and the next day, returning home after a long day looking for their son, they see a boat tied with a rope hanging from the roof. With some anger, the man climbs to the roof and sees another boat thrown on the top of the roof on the bedroom of his son. When approaching, sees his son in a corner sitting on his haunches, hugging his legs. His body is completely scratched, and his face shows a gesture of infinite terror, lifeless. The couple moved, but their new home. At midnight, they were awakened by the sound of a boat rolling on the rooftop, and standing in front of their bed, they saw their son saying, "The noise from up there frightens me." After that, they did not see him again, but every year on his anniversary of his death, the noise of the tin can and the cry for the boy are still heard till this day. La Llorona. This is one of the most terrifying stories that I have ever heard of. The way I know it is pretty unique. It's said that there was this beautiful woman in this old town. She was the most beautiful. Anyone and everyone admired her. And she wanted a husband of her own, but she wanted him to be handsome as well. And the most handsome man came every single day to ask her out. She would always say no, that she was too good for him. Until one day she agreed and they got married. But he really wanted to have kids, but she really just wanted to be admired. The guy then had kids with her and they lived happily, but she was jealous and envied, and she envied her kids because of her husband loving them so much. You would imagine that someone you would want to marry wanted your kids, but no, she was evil in the inside. So what she did, she drowned her kids and then said that they got stolen. The man searched everywhere for his kids. I mean, imagine, he searched everywhere for them and could never find them. And when she passed away, she found one who had drowned, but God gave her a punishment, and as her punishment, she was supposed to weep and sorrow until she found her other kid. The thing that she doesn't know is that God has the other kid, and that's why she remains in this world with the living. El Cucuy. This is one of the most terrifying stories that I could ever find, honestly, because every Mexican is scared of this and everyone's interpretation is different. It's just a warning from parents that El Cucuy will come get you if you misbehave. He can show up at any given moment at night in your closet, under the bed, at the foot of your mattress, always listening to your parents, or the boogeyman will find you. My dad told us a different story about the boogeyman, and he believes that the movie Coco, the animated one, is based on that. El Cucuy is basically whatever you can imagine possible, um, that comes gets you when you misbehave. There's been times when I feel even scared about it, which is weird because I know I'm an adult. Um, but yeah, that's just a fun one to throw around. Mummies. According to the legend, around 1830 in the city of Guanajuato, there was a terrible disease, the plague, which caused a great number of deaths. People feared being infected. They avoided leaving. Also, when a person died, they quickly buried the bodies to avoid getting sick. However, sometimes people were not dead. The legend says that some people were buried alive, and they were a kind of shock that made their systems practically go out, and at the first glance gave the impression that the person was lifeless. However, shortly after they woke up and they realized that they had been buried, they died of despair, which is why many of the mummies from Guanajuato have been found with terrifying gestures on their faces. La Sonia, or known as Timotea. This is the story of a woman who used to have a happily marriage, except her husband was a cheater and would always cheat on her. One night, her husband was sleeping, calling out her mother's name. She thought her mother was cheating on her with her husband, so she went over and started to kill her. Her mother, in her death row, said she would be cursed and that she would live haunting other men until the day God forgives her, because she was never gonna forgive her. Until this day, people have seen Timotea on the roads. She presents as a beautiful, loving woman, but then they never come back from her side. It's super scary because I've heard a lot of people talk about her, and I've heard a lot of people that are scared to even travel alone. They usually travel in pairs because she could get into anyone's eyes. La Mata Viejitas. I thought I would just throw in this one just for fun. La Mata Viejitas is this old wrestler who on her part-time job strangled little old people. Like, I mean, not old people, like very old people. She was like a very big serial killer and killed about 40 to 48 old ladies. She was just sick, man. She's now in prison for 767 years. So I believe she's never gonna get out, but that sucks. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back on the next video. Please hit that notification button and have a wonderful day.